I'm proud to have the privilege to present a historic measure for the state of California. Under AB 60, all California motorists will be eligible to obtain a driver's license if they pass the driving and written test, submit proof of identity, and comply with all other licensing requirements. Senate amendments include minor recognizable features on the front and back of the license. It also strengthens anti-discrimination provisions and privacy provisions. But members, there is already 9 states across the country, including the District of Columbia, our nation's capital, and Puerto Rico, who have signed bills to address this issue. Previous states that had a driver's license law for immigrants included Utah and New Mexico. Last year, there was a historic celebration in the state of Illinois. But just this year alone, other states that have also passed similar legislation include the state of Oregon, Nevada, Colorado, Maryland, Connecticut, and Vermont. For more than a decade, members, our colleague and my good friend, Senator Gil Cedillo, embarked on a long journey to make sure that all drivers are properly trained, licensed, and insured. I want to thank our leaders in the Assembly and in the Senate, and I especially want to thank my fellow Latino caucus members who have worked hard on this very important measure. I also want to thank our advocates in the labor community who have identified areas in the legislation that needed further anti-discriminatory protections for immigrant workers. This is a time to move California forward. I want to respectfully ask for your aye vote, but just know this bill is going to have a positive impact on the lives of over 2 million immigrants in the state of California. This bill has the most discreet changes on the license than any other legislation enacted across the country post-2006. And it's the only measure that includes anti-discriminatory provisions to make sure that we protect our immigrant community. But more important, members, this measure is going to ensure that when our immigrant families and immigrant workers are driving on the road, that they could have a lawful way to become licensed, tested, and insured while on our roads. But it's also going to ensure that they won't get pulled over and have their cars impounded, that they won't be arrested and humiliated in front of their families, their children, that they won't get fines in excess of $2,000 or $3,000 during that 30-day impoundment, that they might have to be booked and fingerprinted because they have no ID, and then wrapped up in the Secure Communities program and then placed in deportation proceedings. We have had far too many families who have been divided, far too many workers who have been deported for not having something so basic, so simple as a driver's license. This is a historic night, members. The stars have aligned on this bill as well, and I want to take an opportunity for all of you. We have the opportunity to be on the right side of history, to take an affirmative vote to improve the lives of over 2 million immigrants in the state of California. We have a chance to lead again on this issue. I respectfully ask for your aye vote on this very important measure.